Why have over 1 million people taken the JFK Express?
Because it's faster than taking a taxi.
Because it's very fast, clean, and safe.
And that's the only way to fly.
It's safe.
Oh, I work for United Airlines and it's quicker than the bus.
So we're taking the train to the plane to save money.
To spend in Paris.
Take the train to the plane.
The JFK Express is a train almost all railfans know about, but don't actually know about. Here's what I mean. Almost all of you guys have seen the logo, but don't know what it's for. You know, I used to call it the air train. No, not air train, but the air train. Do you know how people call it the A train? And, never mind. Anyway, let me talk to you about what the JFK Express was and where it went and stuff like that. So, was it its own line? Did it have tracks that are unused today? Was it hated? I'll tell you all of that right after this intro. The JFK Express was a train that connected tourists from Midtown Manhattan to Howard Beach JFK Airport Station in Queens. Then, once you get out of the station, you would take the shuttle bus to JFK Airport and go to your destination out of the state. The train wasn't only used for tourists though, but for people who live in Manhattan or Brooklyn that want to go to the airport. The main slogan was "Train to the Plane" and was a cheaper alternative for the taxi.
The train to the plane. For more information, call 212-858-7272.
In 1978, stations were named differently than they were in the present. Howard Beach JFK Airport Station was only named Howard Beach back then. The reason they named it JFK Airport was specifically for the JFK Express and the shuttle bus going to JFK Airport. The JFK Express started running September 23rd, 1978, starting on 57th Street stations, serving 6th Avenue lines at the time, and finishing off at Howard Beach, now named JFK Airport Station. You see, the MTA could not spend as much money at the time because they were going through financial issues. So, they decided to use tracks built for other lines already. You see, it was definitely a revolutionary idea, but it was sort of a flop. You see, when they created the service, it took about $6.5 million to make, while they only made back about $2.63 million. That is a massive flop, considering it's a $3 million loss. While the train was in service, critics were criticizing the train for being a waste of resources. In October of 1989, the New York City Transit Authority proposed an idea of disposing and killing the JFK Express. By that point, it was just a waste of money, as it did not attract passengers at all. It costed more and more money by the year, and it was basically useless. At the time, the executive vice president of New York City Transit Authority, George Miller, claimed that disposing of the service would save about $7 million per year. Taking the train out of service would be a blessing for the NYCT. On October 29th, 1989, the line opened as an extension to 21st Street Queensbridge and skipped Roosevelt Island. Until 1990, April 15th, the JFK Express was closed for good. Now, there is a remake of this train, a train that is not owned by the MTA, but is a train nonetheless. And that train is called Air Train, replacing the shuttle bus. A fully automatic train that is doing very well, but is a wee bit expensive. Anyway, I'll talk about all of that in the next video. But until then, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. And yeah, peace out.
Stupid, I'm not gonna let you get the chance.